Hi everyone, my name is Russell.
My name's Richard.
And we are the Lafayette Beer League. And tonight we are talking about Daredevil Brewing Company's Maibock. And you might have known about this brewery through their really ubiquitous beer, Daredevil Liftoff IPA, which is what kind of started their brewery in a little city south of Indianapolis.
Right. So Daredevil also kind of grew really quickly and rapidly. So they, in about mid-2013, they moved from their southern location or south of Indianapolis to Speedway, Indiana, which is where they're currently located, to a much larger facility.
Yeah, about 2 acres, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 2 acres or like 20-some thousand square feet or something.
25,000 square feet.
Yeah,
yeah.
Massive facility.
It's a big facility. They're preparing for growth.
Yeah, massively, and it's a really cool place. It's headed by the master brewer, Michael Pearson, and their marketing agent, Shane Pearson.
Yeah, so what they're kind of known for is they're trying to brew traditional style German lagers with American IPAs and pale ales. So a lot of their lineup is IPAs. So they have their Ripcord double IPA, and then obviously their flagship Liftoff IPA,
which is really popular. Really
yeah.
well known.
Yeah, no.
But tonight we're talking about
the Maibock. Yeah, really cool little beer.
Cool.
Yeah, you get a little bit more for it.
A little more.
Okay. So I actually got an opportunity to go to this brewery one time. Yeah, it was a really cool spot. I really enjoyed it. Me and Bethany, we got to go down there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It was like a little fun day trip to visit her family. And
oh, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, because she was doing that like dinner or something.
Right. And we just stopped by.
Yeah, cool. So do they have like a patio or?
Yeah, actually, they have a pretty nice little patio. Like, you can just go out there, sit out. There's like a garage door that leads out to the patio.
Nice. Is it like a garage? So, like, when you say garage door, is it like they have like a seating and it's garage door, and it's like, or is it like a garage door like you can actually walk out the garage door?
Yeah, you can walk out of the garage door.
Cool.
So, like, you can open up and it's really airy.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then their indoor seating is pretty spacious.
Yeah, so they have like a really long bar, which is pretty cool, and then they have like seating behind it. But that 25,000 square feet that we're talking about, that big facility, is definitely more for their
brewery floor.
Okay. And you can actually walk back and kind of see it. There's like obviously little,
sectioning and stuff.
Yeah, like don't walk back here, employees only.
Right.
Sure.
Do you know how many taps they have on, or
they had like 16 beers on tap, I think. So all of their own beer.
Right.
There's no other beer from other breweries.
They don't do like what's it called?
Guest beers, guest taps.
No. Yeah.
No.
Cool. So this is
Maibock.
Yeah,
Maibock. So a traditional Maibock is anywhere from 6 to about 7. Lower end maybe 5.5. Not sure. This one is actually a 7.2, and it's at 25 IBUs. This is kind of beer that you only really want to drink maybe 1 or 2,
right?
Unless you're trying to get swifty, right?
Right. Like if you're getting all kind of like party like you getting drunk.
You can drink more, but if you're trying to have casual,
and it's easy to drink more. Totally easy to drink more.
Yeah, this is definitely easy drinking beer style in general.
Yeah. Look wise, it's a pretty pale ale. They're known for strong malty lager beer, or lager, not ale. Sorry. The strong malty lager beer. They're designed to walk the fine line between blandness and then too much color / a hop character or anything like that.
Yeah, you can definitely. I don't want to say this is bland, but
it's not a whole lot of. There's not that hop notes that you're going to notice in like other IPAs or anything like that. Like it's definitely a lager, and you're not. I don't really taste a whole lot of like heavy barley or any other like notes or anything like that.
Like malt, like grain.
Yeah, there's not a lot of grain or anything like that. It's just
kind of there. So this beer style, the color is supposed to be from 6 to 11 SMRs, right?
I think that's right. Yeah,
SMR.
SRN. Yeah.
Right, and so that's a deep gold to light amber with a nice clarity, and this is definitely like hitting on that point. It's got that deep gold color. I would say it's definitely in that range.
Oh, of course, and it's really nice clarity. Like there's no set in there or anything like that.
No, that's a clear beer.
Clear as day. Aroma wise, it's kind of gonna have a moderate to strong malt aroma. This one I don't feel like has like a super strong. It's definitely more on the moderate side.
You can still smell the malts.
You can still smell the malts. Yeah, it's definitely that note. Like you don't have any of the hops or anything that you notice in a lot of other beers, or at least as much.
Right.
And then it's also often has like a lightly toasted quality with a lot of like or a low to no noble hops, which is the kind of hops that they use, right?
Yeah, so this kind of beer style is definitely a German beer style, right? And so whenever you think of German beers, you want to really be focusing on those noble hops. And although I'm sure they did use noble hops strains in this beer,
it's not as pronounced.
Yeah, it's moderate to low, and I think that's very true to the guidelines of what this beer should be. And that kind of falls in the same category as the flavor as well.
Right.
So it's going to have that like European pale malt taste dominating it.
Yeah.
There's going to be a little caramelization. I don't think there's a lot of caramelization in here at all.
I don't, because I feel like caramelization kind of has that kind of...
Like sweetness. I mean, it is sweet.
But like, almost more like, so when I think of caramelized, I think of like roasted onions or anything like that, just because like that's the easiest thing as far as cooking terms. And
this does not taste like roasted onions
at all. That was a comparison of what I think of caramelization as.
Right.
And I don't really get that flavor as far as like the extra toasted or like the darkening of the malts that they would put in it.
So there is no DSM taste. Like I'm not tasting that like classic corn taste that you're gonna taste in that. It does have a little bit of spiciness from the hops, maybe.
Yeah, just a little bit, just like a touch.
Just a touch. It's very clean. There's no fruity esters, diacetyl. It's well attenuated. It's definitely got like a moderate dry finish to it as well.
Yeah, not nearly as dry as like
a red wine
or a champagne or anything like that, but still has that kind of that little like crisp kind of taste to it.
Yeah, I think all in all, it's true to style.
Yeah,
as best as you're gonna get.
True to style, and then they kind of bring into their they kind of given an idea of their style with the authentic traditional lager on their can here. They say our spring celebration lager is deep golden color, which we already mentioned, with full malt flavors and a festive warmth. On the back of the can, they kind of have like their motto or their slogan that they kind of go by, which goes with brewing eclectic, aggressively fun beers is not for the timid. Fortunately, the only thing we like better than a challenge is drinking the end result. So they kind of have like a fun sort of
like fun, edgy.
Yeah,
like, we're gonna take risk, and this is not a very common beer style. Like it's not one of those things that you sell.
Yeah, you don't see a
lot
of
Maibocks, and they took a risk
in general. I feel like
Bocks in general. Well, you got Shinerbach, but
yeah.
So one of the cool things they added is this little goat there, which we all know means Bach in German.
Right.
He's all like, no, we don't know that. But if you've ever drank Shinerbach, you see the goat for sure. What they've kind of done is keep like a really classic look with this like shield effect to it, and then they put the logo into the shield, which I like. They are very close to Speedway, so they have that kind of like racing
heritage or they
all the designs, like their shirt designs have like that race car stripe.
Right, because like Speedway Indiana. Like most people think of Speedway Indiana, they think of Indy
500.
Like that, the track's right there.
That's Speedway Indiana.
Yeah, that's all of Speedway Indiana.
And they got those like racing stripes on it. And then on the back, this is my favorite part. They're representing Indiana, so anyone outside of Indiana drinking this is gonna know that our home state is making this fucking killer beer right here. It also did win an award in 2017 at the Indiana Brewers Cup, which,
great.
I can see why they won grand prize for that.
For
sure. This is an excellent beer. So that brings us right into the rating of it.
Right. So Untapped gave us a 3.8 out of 5, which
not a bad rating.
Not a bad rating at all. Pretty good as far as I feel like a lot of beers get a lot less, especially beers that I think should get more. So I think this is pretty fair.
Then Beer Overkin is at a 4.2. Now that is only 2 ratings, so that's not a very fair estimate.
Right. We couldn't really find it on.
We couldn't even find it on ratebeer.com. So right.
And then I personally gave it a 4. I thought that it was very characteristic. It didn't have nearly as much carbonation as you would expect from a traditional Maibock or a Bock style beer, but it still has a little bit of carbonation. So I think that it earns that 4 really well because it hits all the other notes on it, but it doesn't hit that part as much as I would think that a Bock would consider have.
Yeah, I think that they've done a really excellent job on creating this Bock, and I understand exactly why they've won the award that they did, and that's why I'm going to give it a 4.1. Which, if you take all those scores together and you average it up, gives this beer a solid 4.
Right.
So I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching us this review.
We really appreciate it. We're drinking Maibock
from Daredevil Brewing Company.
Yep.
Yeah.
As always, my name's Richard.
My name is Russell.
And this is the Lafayette Beer League. Thanks for
watching. Cheers.